Welcome to Balls and All. And where are we today, Debbie?
We're up at Perry's Paddock, which is within the city of Wanneroo. And as you can just see, there's just been a three-legged race. So it's a family fun day, Perry's Paddock, and there's heaps of activities, kids races, even adults can join in. There's sack races, but there's a lot of history as well to Perry's Paddock, and I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we're going to
talk. Kids aren't really worrying about the history of the place. They're just here to have a good time today.
Well, some of them are
Family.
making history by winning the races and
Family
everything.
fun
That's true.
day.
That's
And we'll catch up with the Historical Society and talk what Perry's Paddock is all about and let you know.
right. It's just one of those places we've gone past so many times before and haven't really realised what goes on here. But today
Seen
we're
old
finding out.
buildings off on the side and didn't know what it all was.
That's right.
But as we always say, we'll get the balls and all rolling. And what are we doing now?
We're crossing to you doing a bit of belly
that's
dancing.
right, yeah.
This ought to be a
Yeah.
good one, so check it out.
Oh, if it comes to belly dancing, who better, eh? Hi, it's Moose here outside the Beckenham, wherever we are, Beckenham Community Centre. We're here all day with the Samoan Festival, and you've seen a lot of stories, and another story you're watching right now is some gorgeous ladies all doing some belly dancing, and I'll go along and ask their names. And your name?
I'm Belisa.
Belisa?
I'm Joanne.
Joanne?
Phaedra.
Phaedra?
Melanie.
Melanie?
Susie.
Susie?
Helen.
And Helen. Now, how long have you guys all been together?
Various times. Phaedra's been with me for quite a few years, and the others have been sort of about 2 or 3 years.
Okay. And you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely. It's fabulous.
And what kind of things have you learned from doing this? Because it's more than really just a dance, isn't it?
Yes, grooming and poise, and it's very good for your body too.
Yeah. So some of us wouldn't. I'd be a great belly dancer, as you'll see in the footage. I'm sure Tony's going to use it. And you've been with him for a while?
About 3 years, yeah.
And you enjoy it, obviously.
I love it, yeah. Every spare minute I get belly dancing, that's it.
Fantastic. Now, what kind of places have you performed other than here?
Very few, actually. I haven't done as much performing as the other girls, but mainly festivals and Conscious Living Expo and things like that. Yeah.
It's a good team. You all become good buddies by doing this?
Yes, we certainly do.
Because obviously you're exposing yourselves to each other with all kinds of different things you learn.
And borrowing each other's clothes.
yeah. And you get to become real magpies. Anything that glitters, a belly dancer will spot it. And you can spot another belly dancer by them heading in the same direction. So, yeah.
Now, these things here you've been shaking around all night. I mean the gold medals there.
Oh, the coins. The costumes, yes. A lot of the costuming we do ourselves, we make here in Perth.
Yeah, now the gold medallions, we were told once before, actually mean something though, don't they?
Well, there's two types of costuming, basically, for the cabaret style, which is the coin costume.
Yeah.
And the girls in times gone by would dance in the marketplace and people would give coins for their performance, just as buskers do now.
Yeah.
And they would sew them onto their costumes, and that became part of their dowry. These are girls who may not have had enough money to get married.
Because it's actually Indian originally, isn't it, or Arabic?
No, we do the Arabic style, and there are suggestions that the dance has migrated from other areas, but we're not quite sure where. And then the other style of costuming is the beaded one, which is considered more for indoors, for nightclubs, for weddings and so on, so that the performance is more glamorous and the costuming is more glamorous, and that's more the classical style of the belly dancing.
Fantastic. Now, phone number if someone wants to either join you or get you guys to come out and perform?
Oh, they're very welcome to. We love performing in the community, and also we do a lot of corporate functions and weddings.
Oh, I bet you do.
Yes. Well, it's the international flavour, and it's certainly, we go out to try and enhance people's functions.
I'd go with that, Lauren.
And they can call us on 9458 4326.
Fantastic. Now that's on the screen. It's also going to be on our webpage, so if you want to have a chat with these ladies or get them to come out and perform, go to the webpage, www.ballsandall.com.au, and that number, and they'll be there, and you can get in touch with them. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Moose.
Thanks, Moose, for that one. You did a great job. Now, we're here at Perry's Paddock, and I'm speaking to Kaylee. How are you today? Good. Now, can you tell me, what's this little outfit that you've got on?
An olden day suit.
Olden days, because there's a history with Perry's Paddock. It's about the olden days, isn't it? And who made it?
My nana.
And she's done a beautiful job. Did you want to turn in front of the camera and show everybody? That's beautiful. And you're in a competition, aren't you?
Yes.
To see who looks the best? We'll have to see who the winner is, and hopefully you'll be there.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what have you done today? You've been in many activities?
I just got here.
Just got here. Do you think you might go on a few pony rides?
No. I'm waiting for them to go on. We're going to the art and craft.
The art and craft, okay. And
After the competition, we're going to get our paint.
your face is painted, are you? Excellent. Heaps of fun. And who have we got here?
Jade.
Jade. Hello, Jade. Have you done much today?
No, I just got here with Kaylee.
As well.
I'd like to announce the Antonian
And who's
Italian
this?
singers
Come
who
forward.
will delight us with a group of
Is this your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's her name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Say hello. No? Okay. Well, thank you, girls. And Kaylee's gone. Hopefully, good luck to her. Now, we're going to go off to another story Moose did about a heritage trail. So let's go check that one out.
Hi everybody, it's Moose here and I'm up at the goat farm up in just off of Great Eastern Highway in Greenmount, sorry. And I'm talking to Claire Birtles. Hi Claire, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Now, what's your position and your title?
Well, I'm actually the president of the Friends of the Hardwood Trail, which is a group we've set up quite recently to hopefully help set up the Hardwood Trail.
Fantastic. Now the Hardwood Trail is what?
It's a long distance mountain bike track which is going to go from Mundaring down to Albany.
Which we can see here on the map behind us.
That's right, yeah.
And how's that all progressing at the moment?
Oh, it's still in the planning stage at the moment, but we're really hoping to get the section from Mundaring to Collie open sometime next year. We've already got a couple of signed sections. Mundaring there's a loop, and Carinya there's also a loop, and those will be joined onto the Hardwood Trail itself.
And when is it all looking like being completed?
We're saying that hopefully in the next 3 years it should all be completed. Yeah.
Fantastic. So this is going to keep people off of the riding the bikes on the Bibbleman track.
That's the aim, really. Yes. But it should be quite an easy track to do for most people. And also, as I say, it's going to link up with several other race loops. So there's a bit of technical stuff as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. So do you see it'll eventually become like a race from Perth to Albany?
That'd be interesting. Yeah. I don't know how many people would want to do that, but yeah.
I say now, this is what we're going to do. In 3 years' time, there'll be people come from all over the world to be in this.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'll see you there.
Now, if someone wants to know a bit more about it, is there a number they can ring? I see the Trails West Ministry of Sport and Recreation.
Yeah, Trails West is having a lot to do with it. Yeah, and also we have a website, a link on the WAMBA website. That's or www.wamba.asn.au. Okay. And there's a link off there all about the Hardwood Trail.
And a phone number at all?
There isn't really one at the moment.
9?
Just Trails West, I think, is the place to go for that at the moment. Yeah.
So this is all being done by the Ministry of Sport and Rec helping out?
Yes. Yeah, lots. And the Lotteries Commission as well. We've had a lot of money received off them recently, so that's looking pretty good.
Yeah. A good cause, right. So hi to Norman Moore and all the gang up there. And yeah, that's fantastic. So I say in 3 years' time, Norman, listen to this. This is what's going to happen, the big bike race, and I'm sure we'll get Richard Court riding on that, or Jeff Gallup riding down that trail.
That'd be great to see, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for talking to us, Claire. All the best.
Thanks a lot.
And anyone want to get involved, give them a call and have a bit of fun. It's a great way to keep people off of the Bibbleman Trail, and hi to Art out there, who I know walks on it, and it's good for people who might want to go with two wheels.
Once again, thank you, Moose. Now, still at Perry's Paddock, and I'm speaking to
Talia.
Talia. Now,
Tiana.
hello, how are you?
So good? Good.
Good. Are we having fun today?
Yes.
Heaps of fun. What have you gotten up to so far?
We're going to go get Tiana's face painted. She wants a puppy. And then we're going to probably go watch my sister at the competition.
Okay,
for dressing up.
The dressing up, isn't
Yeah.
she? I spoke to her before. Good luck to her, and I hope you have a fun day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And over here, we've got some running race winners. And your name is?
Jessica.
Jessica. Now show everybody this medal here. Look at that. Did you come first in your race, did you? You must be pretty fast.
I speed up as I got running.
Sped up as you got running, did you? Yeah.
And I win this.
Yeah, that's great. And is this your sister?
Yep.
And what's your name?
Madison.
Madison. And what have you got there?
a competition, a certificate.
Look at that, a certificate for 3rd place. And you're in that 3-year-old race, were you?
Yes.
Wow, that's very good. So you're having heaps of fun today, girls?
Yes.
Yeah, and what else are you going to get up to?
I'm 3-year-old. Going to ride the horses, but we didn't. So we had in one of those things where you get those ice and then you have a flavour over the top, like strawberry or something.
Oh, yum.
And we had a strawberry one. It got too cold.
Got too cold? Oh,
I didn't.
you didn't? Okay, well, I hope you have heaps more fun for the rest of the day, and thank you for talking to me. And we're going to go to a break now, so we'll wave goodbye to everyone. Bye.
Hi everybody, it's Moose here and I'm down in Ascot. We're talking, just about to talk to a bunch of the little Joey Scouts, some young kids involved with the Cub Scouts, or the Joey Scouts anyway, in the area. But first I'm speaking to one of their guest speakers, and his name is Roy Aveling. Hi Roy, how are you?
Pleased to meet you.
Good, welcome to Bulls and All.
Thank you.
Now Roy, tell us a little bit about your claim to fame. I can see it here in your hand.
Well, Moose, I was privileged enough to be one of the torchbearers, and I ran the torch on a part of West Coast Highway at Trigg on the 8th of July, which was the 31st day. And I was runner number 53 on the day.
Fantastic. I think we got about 57, I think. The chap that ran through Cottesloe when we went down to the La Tropicana Cafe and we stood up top. So what was, I mean, obviously it's a great honour.
Yeah, it's fantastic. None of my expectations really prepared me for the actual day. It was just a real buzz.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, what was the criteria? How did you end up getting to be one of the runners?
I spent a lot of time in a town north of Perth called Newman, and spent a bit of time on community input, I guess, doing a few things in the community. And I was nominated not in Newman, but AMP General Insurance, which is one of the companies I'm licensed with. They nominated me because of their awareness of the input that I had to the community there, or their perception of it.
Shame they didn't fly up to Newman to do it from there.
I actually spent nearly 16 years in Newman, and we actually resettled or moved to Perth in December. And I was notified in September that I was nominated, and the plans were already in motion to move to Perth. But the torch didn't actually go to Newman, so I wouldn't have run it there anyway. The closest would have been Port Hedland. But
it used to be Mount Newman when you first started up there, wasn't it?
There is a Mount Newman there. It's about 15 kilometres out of Newman itself. That's not Newman was created because of the huge iron ore deposits there, and the actual mine is on a Mount Whaleback. Mount Newman just happens to be the landmark there. The town itself is Newman.
Tell us a little bit about your trophy now. Obviously, it's really a trophy, isn't it? Really,
it's sensational, and I've got 3 kids, and they're all vying for it. But
well, there's 3 colours there. Just rip it apart, kids.
Yeah, I understand that the white, as you can see, it's like a bit of a mother of pearl effect there.
Yeah, we'll actually get a close up of that in a second.
And that represents the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
The blue section, I understand, represents the waters of Sydney Harbour, and the stainless or the silver part, not really sure. I think that's just the earth or Sydney itself, but certainly the shape represents the Sydney Opera House.
Fantastic.
And
you can see by the top.
Yeah. So the sails of the Opera House. Do you want to see how it works?
Yeah, let's have a look.
When
obviously I'm like everyone else wanting to know how it all works.
Okay.
Here we are.
That's my number 53 that I was on the day. The whole entourage was sensational. They had policemen on Harley Davidsons, specially painted a bit in blue, a little bit darker than that blue there, and they were wearing special matching blue leather jackets and pants. And they were fantastic, and they had police cars, and they had a media van that was in front of us taking photos and videos, and they had an ambulance van as well for the older people. I don't fall into that category.
Lucky I wasn't running; they would have used that one.
But the policeman came up and introduced himself and said, "Look, when the runner before you comes up, I'll tell you when to turn it on." Now the gas, it's a gas unit, as you would have guessed. We turned it on by just flipping that switch like that. Releases an immense amount of gas, and I'll show you where the gas cylinder is in a moment. And then I held it to the person who lit mine. The runner before me was a guy called Mick O'Brien. He was a bantamweight boxer at the Munich Olympics. Fantastic. And a great little character. Had a great time prior to the getting on the bus, the shuttle bus. Had a great time talking to him. And Herb Elliott, in fact, was on the same bus as us, so we had a chat to him.
Did he try to get everyone to take Combantrin or whatever it was? Or?
No, didn't mention it actually. And then when I lit the runner after me, we actually ran with the torch that way, as most people would have seen on TV, and then lighting the other torch, we held them that way, and then I just switched that off. Got off the road, and then people had their photos taken with the torch and with me. And little kids had these torch relay flags, and they were coming up and asking me to sign it, as they did with all torch bearers, and it was good. How it works, Moose, is that the cylinder is contained just there. Yeah. And so that's a butane gas.
Yeah, like you get for your lighters and so on.
Yeah. Yep. These little Joey Scouts here aren't familiar with those refillables. They're all disposables. But that gas cylinder is held there, and it's got like a plunger action, and there's a plunger there. So of course, when that pushes the plunger up, releases the gas, and it's a fantastic design.
Fantastic. So you're not going to use it as a lighter or anything, are you?
No, they made us at the end of the run. There was a bus that followed, and the people there just said, "Look, release the gas and just shake it out," which we did to honour that trust. In some cases, they actually took the cylinders out of the torches, emptied them, put them back in again, but they allowed me to do it myself.
Fantastic. Well, obviously a great honour, and it was great for all the Olympians, and of course now we've got the Paralympians, so I'm sure you, along with all us at Bulls and all, wish all the Paralympians the very best.
Absolutely.
And so thank you very much for talking to us, Roy.
It's my privilege. Thank you very much for your
get
time.
to have a little hold of us. Very light, isn't it, really?
Yes, it is. I think Lisa Curry-Kenny found that it got a little bit tiring.
Mainly because of the angle, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, after a few hundred metres, the leverage can wear you down. But I had an escort runner. They had some high school kids who were chosen, and they're the ones in those all blue outfits. Yes. And they were chosen from high schools around the state. And my little escort runner, Nikki, I held it there, and she held it down the bottom, and so she was a big help. So my arm didn't get tired at all.
Well, congratulations to all the runners and all the helpers too who helped at the Olympics, and of course all the Olympians, and many of them we spoke to before the Olympics, and we'll be looking forward to catching up with them in the next few weeks anyway, and talk to you about their adventures in Sydney. Hi everyone, it was great about the Olympic torch, and big special congratulations to all the Olympians, of course, especially those from right here in West, and especially to the Paralympians from all over Australia. Congratulations to you for getting there, and all those too who worked so hard and maybe didn't quite make it, but congratulations. Now we're going back a little bit in time, and I'm going to talk here to Peter Hill. Hi Peter, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Now tell us a bit about what we got going here, Peter.
Well, we're working on a pole lathe, which is dated back to the 1600s. And the people in UK, they used to go into the forests and cut timber and turn it into spindles for chairs and they also turn balls and things like that. They made their own lathes out of the cut timber.
There's quite a bit of setting up too, of course, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of setting up. Once you get it set up, it's just leg power.
Leg power and a bit of springy timber up here above.
Well, if you were out in the forest, you could probably just tie a cord to a branch of a tree without having all the rig here to hold the pole up. All you've got to watch is that doesn't hit you on the head.
Or break.
Or break, yeah.
So if you guys killed in the old days of limbs falling off.
Yeah, that's right.
Now it comes down, got a string on here.
Yep.
Wraps around, attaches down here to your pedal.
The pedal.
And then, how does it cut here? We get a bit of a close-up here of how the cutting works.
Well, the cutting works when you put your foot down and you bring the timber forward. When you let your foot go and it reverse, it's not cutting. So in actual fact, you've got to be cutting like that. It's a lot slower. It's a lot slower than using a modern lathe. You could whip this off in 5 minutes, really, on a modern lathe.
All the new ones, of course, are all computerized, aren't they? You can just punch in what you want.
Yeah, well, that's for industry. But for such as us in the wood turners group, we've got various lathes. Everyone buys a lathe to what they can afford.
Yeah.
But then it depends on what you turn out.
Now show us something you've already done if you can, Peter. You've already cut a bit of a spindle there.
It started off as a bent piece of wood, so it took a lot longer. So we just knocked that up while people have been watching.
And this would obviously dry and...
No, green. It was only cut yesterday.
All right.
So,
but I mean, once it dries out...
Well, it could go anywhere. It probably split.
Okay.
But then it depends on the timber.
All right.
It could probably bend, which it probably will be. But because I've cut it down thin, it will probably split.
All right, that's fantastic.
So, but,
let's have a look at you doing a little bit more there. Thanks a lot for showing us too, Peter, and we're going to be taking a break while we're watching Peter do a little bit more here. Hi everybody, welcome back, and I'm talking to the mayor here, and he's no relation to Ned. His name is John Kelly. Hi John, how are you?
Not too bad, how's yourself?
Am I right? You're no relation to Ned?
Well, not that I know. As long as I don't suffer the same fate, I'll be happy.
That's all right. Well, you got to wear a bucket over your head. But then again, some people say that about politicians anyway, don't they?
They do indeed.
Now tell us a bit about today, what today's really all about.
Well, I have to say it's probably one of the premier community events in the city of Wanneroo. The city of Wanneroo has a very strong history and a very strong culture. Many of the people here regard themselves as descendants from pioneers. It was very much a little town on the outskirts of the metropolitan area until development got here. Now, Perry's Paddock's been around since about 1876. Originally, it was at a place called Snake Swamp. But around about
which is this right over here, isn't it?
Yeah, just over there. Then the water levels got a little bit high and around about the 1920s, and they moved it to Perry's Paddock. The day has been traditionally very successful. At one stage it was so successful that the turf club banned it.
Well, what we're talking about, of course, is the horse racing. They used to race horses right out here.
And there'll be a little bit of horse racing today, and you can see the Clydesdales off to the side. They're doing some ploughing exhibitions, and there's some good general stuff for the kids, and a good focus on the old Wanneroo history with the primary school just at the back there as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, many people like myself have driven many times past all these old buildings, and we found out one of them over here is the school, the former school. The old building, which has really deteriorated badly up the front. Do you know what the deal is with that one?
Well, look, This whole site has been heritage listed, so there are quite a lot of old buildings here. There is some discussion at the moment as to as whether ourselves, the Department of Conservation and Land Management, are going to be managing it in the future. From a historical perspective, it does have a lot of value and a lot of significance. I think the City of Wanneroo will continue to have a role here. We certainly hope the state government will as well. As you can see by the turnout, we're probably expecting somewhere between about 5,000 and 7,000 people here today. It's a very, very popular site and a very, very good day for the family and for the community.
Yeah, well, that's something I really notice, is that there's so many little kids here and families, and it's just a real good family-oriented day, and you've got all kinds of things for them, the jumping castles we've seen and the bush bands and all that playing here. Now, I'm told that the snake, what do you call it again?
A snake swamp, they used to.
Snake swamp.
Yes.
That many years ago, that was the old bag houses, like the old Hessian bags they used to have, and they'd plaster them with mud and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, that certainly was the case, but you'll find a lot of that type of industry here. Wanneroo, very much a rural community. As a matter of fact, it's one of the largest agricultural producing areas in Western Australia still.
Oh, really?
So in 1998, something like $111 million worth of agricultural product come out of the city of Wanneroo. We had lime burning here at one stage, not at Perry's Paddock, but in the city. So very old style, very, very traditional.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like a great day and a great event. Thank you for talking to us anyway. And obviously we're going to try and come back next year because it looks like a great event, and we'll try to let you know a little bit more in advance when it's all going to happen. And come on down. It's just off Ocean Reef Road. Wanneroo Road's just over there, and it's going to happen again next year. Now, something else dealing with little kids. A little while back we went and spoke to some Joey cubs, and have a look at this story. Hi everybody, I'm over here at Ascot, and I'm talking to Julie. Hi Julie, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Now tell us a little bit about what's going on here behind us.
Okay, what we're doing is I'm from First Redcliffe Joey Scout Group, and what we're doing is having our own mini Olympics.
Woo-hoo! So we got, and we've had the torchbearer and everyone else here.
That's correct. We've actually had Roy Aveling, the local torchbearer, and also Chrissy from WA Institute of Sport.
Yeah, she's in the back there.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us the kids. What is this all about? Now I know scouting. This is Joey scouting.
That's correct. What basic Joey scouting is the front entrance of the door, and we actually basically teach them about the movement, like for example Lord Baden-Powell and all the principles of scouting, and basically take you out in scouting and have fun.
Cool. Well, that's great. I mean, now what ages are you looking at in Joey Scouts?
From 6 years of age up until 7 and 10 months.
So from 6 to 7, is that all?
And then we also got cubs as well, from 8 up to 12, I think.
All right, no worries. Now, what kind of things do you concentrate on when you're with the kids and all that?
Mainly concentrate on your safety issues. You also like your development, your physical, mental, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
tie knots and all that stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
We do a basic reef knot.
Okay. Now you're based here in kind of Ascot, Belmont area?
Actually, Redcliffe.
Redcliffe, okay. Now, if someone has young guys and girls, because it's open to both, isn't it, really?
That's correct.
What number would they ring to get in touch with you?
They can ring me on 9362 5452, or they can ring Erica on 9277.
4, 3. We'll get it.
9277 9313.
Okay. But anyway, they can ring your number again, which was
9362 5452.
And the phone number for Sydney is. I just thought I'd throw that one in.
Oh, there you
the
go.
whole idea. The whole idea really is for young kids to come down and have a bit of fun and learn a little bit of what should be common sense. Is that correct?
That's right. A lot of fun.
So anyone out there, obviously a lot of mums out there saying, oh, I'd love you to have the kids. So you do this like once a week or what?
Yes, we do it every Wednesday for Joey's, and we have cubs on Monday nights.
Is it right here you do it?
Yes, here, right here.
And we are at Ascot Park in Redcliffe.
That's correct.
Okay. All right, well, thanks very much for that, and obviously we'll have a little look at the kids having a bit of fun.
Okay, thank you very much.
That was a great story. I think Joey Cubs is a great thing to get your kids into as well. It's just that it happens once a week, and a great activity for the kids, something, you know, that they can, I suppose, learn life skills later on, and be a great thing to do. Now tell us about this special guest that we've got on our next story.
Well, it's Mr. Ed. Nah, just kidding. It's actually Moose's old man. He's flown over here from United States. Love the colours. And Wayne actually got a chance to catch up with him last night. He's quite an interesting bloke, like this chap here, so it should be a good interview. Catch up with it.
Alabama forever, baby. How you doing? This is Wayne Simmons from Balls and All, and we're hanging out here with one of the all-time greats of military and football lore, and incidentally, he's Moose's father. Let's talk to Joe Jones. How you doing?
Right, that's right. That's me. I wanna ask you a question.
Yes.
When Alabama, the fans get on them, right?
Yep.
They say Roll Tide.
Yep.
But you know what their mascot is?
I don't know what the hell their mascot is. Who is it?
It's an elephant.
Oh my God!
Now how do you figure that?
How do you roll a big fat elephant? We had a show the other day where we had a big fat wombat, but I don't know how do you roll an elephant.
But I mean, they talk about a tide.
Yeah.
You
like
know,
swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about these football teams here.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can do that. What do you think about these football teams?
I'll tell you what, they're as hard to playing football players as I've ever seen.
That's good, yeah.
One of the faults, though, that I'll point out is too many flags. But I understand that's because when these young men were young men, they didn't play football.
Exactly. They played footy and cricket and all that.
Right. So they don't know the rules real good. But this slows the game down when you got too many flags, right?
That's exactly.
But playing hard football, they're doing it. Now, you want me to talk about football in Alabama?
Yes, let's talk about football in Alabama.
Now, do you know anything about Alabama?
Only thing I know about Alabama is Bear Bryant was a great coach for University of Alabama Crimson Tide, and they won a lot of national championships. But other than that, can you fill me in?
Do you know that if there's a saint that come from Alabama, it's Bear Bryant?
Okay. And why is that?
Because he won so many championships. You see, the great religion in Alabama is football.
Exactly.
Every school, I don't care how big or small it is, got a football team.
That's true.
And so those youngins, from the time they take a diaper off, nappy, and put a pair of breeches on,
exactly,
they start playing football.
Exactly.
And now every high school has a team that the local folks cheer for. And where I live, it's a Cherokee County High School.
Right.
And they've got a pretty good football team.
Excellent. Excellent. That's a good point. Now, exactly. Now, as we talk about that, now you had a long trip over here, and now you just got here. This is your first day back in Australia. How are you finding it?
All I've done is come out here and watch this football game.
That's a good point.
But these young men right here belong to me.
Okay, that's the camera crew, right?
The camera crew.
Yeah.
And that big fella over there they call Moose, that's my son. And he's been here so long he thinks he's Australian.
A funny thing happened on the way to Australia. But anyway.
But I'll tell you something. I'm serious now.
All right.
I joke around a lot, but there ain't no place on earth I love better than Western Australia. I live in Alabama, but I love Western Australia.
I think it's time for you to move over here then.
Well, I did, and I had to go back. Because I'll tell you what happened. I'm going to tell this real quick. I went back there for a visit.
Yep.
After I had migrated here, right?
Yep.
And I made the mistake of carrying some boys back with their hormones was boiling over. They fell in love, and they said they wasn't coming back to Australia.
Funny thing, them hormones.
Listen, I'm gonna quit.
This is an interview where he's gonna quit.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's been great talking to you.
Listen, if this ever gets to be no fun, they ought to quit.
That's exactly right. And that's the way to end the interview. That was Joe Jones, ladies and gentlemen. And you see how cool he was? He did his interview and he got off. Now, we've been trying to get people to do that for the years. So now, this is what we want to do. Give me an A. Give me an L. Give me a whatever, because I smell. And the name of this song is, I don't know. But thank you very much, Joe. And everybody have a nice day.
All right, thanks Wayne for that interview, and thanks Joe for giving us moose. But with me now is Kathy. Kathy, how are you?
Good, thank you.
And tell us about this quite big beast that you got in front of us here.
Well, he's a Clydesdale stallion. He's 5 years old, and we're from Bruce-Rock.
Oh, okay, and you come up once a year for this show?
This is the first time we've been. The Clydesdale, we're all in the Clydesdale Society, and the Clydesdale Society was invited along this year. So quite a few of us have come along just to show the public what we do.
I mean, they are a workhorse and like a fair bit of muscle on that thing. How do they differ from the other horses? I mean, can they still trot and all that?
They can, but they're a working horse and they can work all day at a steady pace.
Yeah, it's a bit like a diesel motor, really. So what's next for you today? I mean, what are you guys doing here today? You're just showing off the horse? Are you doing rides or?
No, we're not doing rides. We come along to do a few things like an obstacle course. No, not the tug of war. We've got a pumpkin race this afternoon. It's a bit of fun. The log snick, where you go through the poles without knocking the ball off. And
yeah. All right, well, he's getting a bit restless, so we might just send to a break. Thanks for your time, Kathy.
Hi everyone, well here we are, and we got the Numguts Bush Band playing behind us here. A nice old Irish song, and you see the kids having a great time as well right here, all put on by the city of Wanneroo, and it's a great day, and also we've got beautiful weather as we always do here in Perth. And something else to do with kids, we've done a lot of stories on kids, funny enough, recently, and the story we did recently is the Morley Eagles, the little kids down there playing baseball, looking for more players too. So if you're in the Morley area, Morley, Bayswater, any of those areas, you want to play a bit of baseball, contact the Morley Eagles. You'll see the number. So let's have a listen to a bit more of the Numguts Bush Band.
For many long years to which you build about.
Hi everybody, Moose here for Balls and All, as you know, and I'm down at Crimea Street in Morley, and behind me is a bunch of young fellas playing baseball. I'm going to talk to John Osborne. Hi John, how are you?
I'm very good.
Tell us a little bit about the baseball. This is for the juniors.
Yeah, well, Morley have been here for a number of years now, and they participate in under 12s, which is Pee-wees, 14s and 16s. So we have a large number of kids coming and going each year, and we're trying to recruit ourselves to get a few more teams on the field.
How many teams have you actually got now?
4 12s and 3 14s and 2 16s.
Okay, but they're in a league that's spread all over the metro area?
The 14s play amongst themselves, and the 12s play amongst themselves, and the 14s and the 16s travel and have home games at the same time.
Okay. Now, do you guys start off with the T-ball and all that and move up, or is it just mainly those ages?
Well, a lot of the kids you see here today started their career in T-ball, and their future, some have gone up through state teams and played national teams and so forth, but a large majority of them started in T-ball, yes.
Okay, and the big support you guys get for baseball here?
We get a good following with the parents, and some businesses follow us through a bit of financial support for us, which is any businesses out there, the more the merrier. But
which we all struggle for. Yeah.
That's certainly right. But it's just mainly the parents and family that support a lot of the kids, and we do get the odd person like yourselves and passing through that want to have a look.
Yeah. Now, with the young fellas out here, you've got who are you actually playing today?
In the back of us, you have Melville Braves and obviously Morley. And in the other diamonds, I think we have Swan Districts here today playing Morley and Wanneroo and another diamond.
Okay, now you guys obviously go, because the Morley Eagles are involved with more than just baseball here, aren't you? Young boys anyway. You also have the seniors as well?
Yeah, certainly they have a good number of teams in the seniors. Like most clubs, they have a state league club, which is their top level. Then they go down to Triple A's and Colts, which is a under 18s competition. And then they go down through double A's and lower grades for more social side of the aspect of the game.
Fantastic. Now, do you see a few budding superstars here?
Yeah, we hope. I think that there's a lot of talent here, and there has been for a large number of years. And I think it purely bounces back to some of the kids on how much they want to put into it. Yeah. It's like most sports, you generally get out of it what you put into it.
Fantastic. Now, with the Morley Eagles, do you know the number if someone wants to call to chat? I know there's about 3 or 4 numbers, but we just need a number, obviously. So anyone in this kind of area, you got some young fellas or a couple of young fellas in this area that might want to come and play, give the number a call?
Yeah, certainly. The president's name is Graham Pascoe, and we'll follow up with a number at a later date.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, thanks very much for that, John, and we're going to go and have a chat with some of the young fellows.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to chat with some of the young people here involved with the baseball, and a young lady here involved with the softball. Your name?
Bevan Osborne.
Bevan, let's see, we just spoke to an Osborne. No relation, is there?
Yeah, there is. He's my dad.
Okay, good. And your name?
Carly Feminger.
Hi, Carly. And John Furminger, I think I spoke to on the internet.
Yeah, Chris Furminger.
Another Furminger. I see. It's all interbred baseball here. And your name?
Luke Bonomi.
We got someone else. You're the ring in. Okay, tell us, what school you go to?
John Forrest Senior High School.
Right in Morley?
Yeah.
Right.
Chisholm Catholic College.
Okay.
Chisholm.
Okay, now you want us to, just before we get into the baseball and softball, do you want to say hi to any of your friends?
No.
Don't have any friends?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You're like Wayne Simmons. He doesn't have any friends either.
All right.
You want to say hi to some of your friends?
Yeah, everyone at Chisholm, at Hillcrest, Mum, Dad.
She does, everybody. And you want to say hi to someone?
No, not really.
Don't like anybody?
No.
Hates everybody?
Yeah.
Especially the other teams?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's all right.
Well, he wants to say hello to his mum and dad anyway. Yeah, there we go. Now tell us, what's the best thing about being involved with baseball?
It's a great game to play, and yeah, it's.
What do you find you really like about it?
A good competition down here.
Yeah.
A lot of challenges. Yeah.
Good. And softball?
I think it's really fun, and there's good opportunities there. Morley Eagles is a good club.
Yeah, well, we spoke to some of the girls from Ashfield a while back. They were the seniors, and they'd been playing for many years and seemed to have a good time with it. What do you think's the big attraction? Just the fun of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yourself with baseball?
Yeah, it's pretty competitive, but this year there's not many people playing for Morley, so if anyone wants to play baseball, come to Morley, because I know it's just the attraction's like not as big because of the Perth heat's not there, but apart from that, yeah, it's really good competition.
They're still the Perth Healers though now, aren't they?
Yeah, Western Healers, yep.
Western Healers. And what about you? What's the big thing you like about the baseball?
Because it's exciting, you have fun, and you get to meet new competitions, and you get along with got a good lot of mates, and it's just a bit of fun on a Saturday.
Excellent. And how often do you guys train?
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yep.
So if anyone's driving by Morley, what nights are you training and what time?
Monday, Wednesdays, about 5 o'clock.
Okay. So any young fellas or young girls, because you guys actually play in winter, don't you?
Yeah, we play winter and there's a summer as well.
And you're down here to what, just having a bit of practice and training?
Yeah, we practice, we don't practice here, we practice different oval.
Where do you practice at?
I'm not sure.
Another oval, it's got grass on it and all that stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we practice on Wednesdays about 4:30 to 6, and then we play at Yukon today.
So anybody get in touch with the Morley Eagles on the number that's obviously on the bottom of your screen right now. If you're in this area, kind of Morley, Bayswater, even Midland area, all that kind of area.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
I've now gone back to school. Now, this is Leonie. Can you tell us a little bit about what year we're in and what sort of went on in schooling back in those days?
Well, the school actually opened in 1899 and it's celebrating its 101st birthday this year. The school originally was in Wanneroo and then it was transferred down here after many years of just sitting rather vacant up there, and ever since then we've been holding school lessons at Perry's Paddock, and also we have groups coming through the school as well. So every Perry's Paddock we have naughty children dipping their pen in when they're not supposed to be.
And it wouldn't be our reporter Justin, would it now? Actually, there's something that those bad children used to get. Did you want to show us that?
When they were very naughty, like Justin, they would have to get up and sit over here and put the duncer's hat on. So come on, Justin, over you come.
And they didn't used to back chat in those days, I bet.
No, you sit down.
6 years out of school and it's still happening to me.
Yes, and you just had to sit there with the hat on and be extremely quiet.
Not much chance of that happening. I'd rather go dip the whip with the pen, I think.
I think we needed Wayne Simmons here as well. He needs the big hat with a D on it, but anyway, he's not here, so... Okay, well, back to what else. What do you show the people who come into the school?
Usually what they do is with classes we actually have slates and chalk that they can sit down and draw with first to show them really what it was like before biros were invented and, even before computers were invented. And then later on they move on more to having the pen and nib. So what they would do was then dip that in their little inkwell. Every morning the inkwells were filled up by a school monitor, most probably. The bottles sometimes came as a liquid or sometimes in a powder, and you had to mix them up, so depending on what you had. And then you just basically copied. You had lessons the same as we do today, and yes, you would write a lot better than that. It was Victorian script, not scrawl.
Back to that corner, I think, with the hat.
But it was exactly the same as this. You went through and you just copied along the lines and basically learning your Victorian very gently, holding it, that's it, a lot better. Keeping it well within the lines. Nice and controlled, yes.
Blindfolded?
See, we are very educated people here at Balls and All.
It was a lot different. Well, it is a lot different than using biros and pencils and things today. And occasionally, in the olden days, you had children with very long hair, and there was a fair few naughty boys who then got the long plaits and dipped it into the inkwell at the back. So there was lots of girls going home with ink on the bottom of their plaits. And I actually had one lady come in today and said she had a naughty child, used to sit behind her, she had long blonde hair, and he used to actually flick it onto the back of her hair, so she wouldn't know. But when she got home from school, Mum had to wash her hair nearly every night because she had this blue ink blobs all over her long blonde hair.
So how long have you actually sort of been involved in taking groups through here?
Mostly ever since the school was transplanted down here. I think it's about 9 years now. I'm actually the curator of Cockman House, so I do both. But at Perry's Paddock time, I'm always down here. Well, I'm just for the last 2 or 3 years, I've been down here doing the schoolhouse as well. But generally, I'm in the Bubs room.
Mm-hmm. And Cockman House is actually just up the road from here. We're along Ocean Reef Road. Another historical event.
2 o'clock. If you want to go and wander through.
Okay, well, thank you very much for talking to us. Very educational experience, and yes, well, you're the dunce of the class, so we'll just.
Loved your ink already. No.
Failed.
Maybe you should.
Well, you were doing it exactly the same as what you should have been, but you have to have more controlled.
Full of control.
Pure control, just like Wayne, James and Justin and Moose, everyone, pure control. Anyway, thanks very much once again, and we're going to move along
All right,
now.
thanks to everyone down here at Wanneroo. We've had a great day. They've looked after us, got to meet a few people, check out a few displays and that, so it's been a good day for us, Moose.
And thanks to the Mayor, John Kelly, and everybody down here, and to all the other areas. It seems to be mainly Joondalup and Wanneroo telling us what's going on in these areas. Come on, all you other councils, let us know.
Heaps out there to be done.
Fantastic. Now, what's going to happen? What's the big thing happening on December the 2nd?
Well, first of all, let me just say that we have some new fantastic sponsors.
We even get Jelly Baby.
Jelly Baby.
Thanks, baby. That's one of my hoochies. Jelly Baby?
Oh dear.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, no, thank you.
On December the 2nd.
Yes, I'll tell you. We have got some